Giving it all we got, giving it all we can, giving it all we got. Oh, climbing up to the top of the world, no fear, we're gonna make it. Everything we want is ours. Whoa.
Hey guys, how you doing? How you doing? Craig here. No rain gear on. It's just now stopping. Very disappointed in Mother Nature. I was working on my gate project, day 2 of phase 1, and I stopped for lunch. I needed to stop anyway because I was tired. I started out there. Must have been 7 o'clock in the morning or something. Looked like it was going to be a good day. It was a little bit overcast, but it was nice. Been nice. The sun wasn't blazing, so I was able to work pretty efficiently, I think. But of course, like many of my projects, I look at it and I go, man, I can bust that out. I'll get that done in 2 days, Yeah, no. Mother Nature has a way of interrupting your best plans. But and it's a bit tricky, because I don't have any power up there. I need cement. So, yesterday I did pour that 1 footer. And this morning I actually, first thing I did was pour the other footer, and then I tried to lay out bricks on the other side to kind of see what pattern I was going to do, and didn't seem like it was working out. I didn't want to have to cut bricks, but it looked like I was going to have to do that, so I come back here and cut a bunch of bricks. I think I cut 3/4 brick. That's what I measured out up there. And I went back up there and started to lay it out 3/4 brick. But then it didn't lay out the way I wanted it to. So I wound up not using the 3/4 brick. It wasn't going to be all 3/4 brick. It was like 2 whole bricks and then a 3/4 piece. But anyway, I wound up being able to use, just mostly the whole bricks. I would just use 2 end pieces turned around, But anyway, it was a lot of work, man. And actually, once I figured out the pattern, I was like, oh, hey, yeah, this will work better. So I started working with the pattern. I got it, about 4 or 5 brick high, And then I stood back and looked at it. I go, that looks good. And then I got onto the side of it and I went, oh, shit. And I forgot. As I was building, I forgot to make sure that it was freaking true, level, not level, but true, And I was like, God dang it. So, and I actually, the process is, I put the big bucket on the bed of my truck, and I would actually, first thing in the morning, before I started any of that, I went up there and I knocked out that form on the first side, make sure it looked okay. But I had to drive over to the river to get more sand. So I drove over the river to get sand. Normally I can go out there and I back all the way down almost, to the sand itself by the riverbank. But it appears that somebody, they must have cleared out their old house or land or something. It was like 2 giant piles of, I think it's sugar cane and bamboo, probably both. Big old pile, like right in the middle of the road where I would back down, which meant that I had to stop there. Then I'd have to walk all the way down to the river and carry them buckets all the way back to my truck. I mean, it's not terribly far, but far enough where you gotta carry buckets, man. It ain't no fun. And I'm thinking, why would you dump right there, man? And then it looked like they also dumped a big old set of household, it was like the old squat toilet and like veneer and cheap furniture, like the pressboard kind of furniture. So you dumped a whole bunch of trash right there. It's just not cool, man. Especially because that whole area right there goes underwater during the rainy season when it floods. The whole area is underwater, which means all that stuff's gonna float down the river. Not the toilet, but stuff will be floating down the river. All that debris, get bogged up somewhere down there. That somebody else out, maybe they'll get down there where they can't unblock it without, traipsing through somebody's land with a backhoe or a excavator and all that. I thought I'd tell my wife to tell her sister who works, in the Obito, the community, but it's over. It's down the road by another village. I'm not sure if it's under our Obito or not, but it's a bummer. I know that, man. Anyway, I got the sand and then I come back here. So with the bucket in the back of my truck, I'd have to, I'd have 3 buckets of sand, a bucket of cement, and mix that up and by hand, and that's enough for, actually that was not enough, but that was enough to start the pour of the footer on the other side. And I come back and had to mix it again. I took 12 buckets of sand out of the river, not the river, but up the beachhead, so to speak, and mix it up again, another 3 buckets, and then poured the rest of that footer, and had about half of it left over, whatever. So I started with the brickwork, and that's when I got the brickwork high enough, and I realized, oh shit. So I had to come back here, and what I do is I drive my truck up all the way up my driveway with the cement hanging off the back in the bucket, and then I just work with it there, and then I back all the way up in the truck, all the way back up here, and do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. So I did that 3, 4, 5 times easy, mixing cement. And then but that first time, after I got the 3 or 4, or actually 4 or 5 brick high, I realized that it was leaning towards the pole, like it wasn't true. I mean, I could have just stopped there and started a new brick, make it true, but no, I just couldn't let myself do that. Came back, got my level, which I should have had first. Went out there, sure enough, it was all fucked up. So I took it all down and then put it back up. Well, the rain has stopped actually, so I'm gonna take this off. There's a couple little drops, but the hoodie will protect me enough, I guess. But damn, man. Yeah, and so I got a lot of it. I built it up, and then what I did was, because remember it's like a 16 square And on the inside, I mean, the bricks are, you know, they're only those small red bricks. They're not big red bricks, right? These bricks are the cheapest ones on the market out there. They're like half a baht, I think, or maybe a quarter of a baht. But you know, they can do. You can use them for different jobs, and so I had them here, so I just use them. You know, I suppose in hindsight, I probably just should have used big old cement bricks because they're not going to be seen, right? I'm going to be putting, I'm going to render it so I can put tile or rock or whatever on the outside. But yeah, man, that was a bummer having to take that down. But I just couldn't, you know, I couldn't do it. I didn't want, I mean, it wouldn't be seen. I could have just moved out the next level to where it was, you know, true, and then or plumb or whatever you want to call it, and then just filled that whole gap in with cement. But again, it was just something I just didn't want to do that. And anyway, so I got it all, I got kind of like that all done, and used the last bit of my cement, well, for the day. I've used half a bag of cement, and then I went back up to the house, you know, washed off whatever. Actually, I took a shower because I was dying it was hot by then. I mean, just from humidity or whatever, for just working up sweat. But you know, I took a shower, relaxed, drank a couple Pepsis, you know, got something to eat, and I think I actually laid down, started to take a nap. So it was probably been probably 2 hours or so. And then my wife said, "Hey, it's raining." And I was like, "What?" And then it just now let up. So it rained for probably a good 30 minutes. And it was coming down. I'm like, "God damn it. Please do not destroy my cement." But, well, let's take a look. I don't even want to look at that side yet. This is the footer I put on the other one. Well, looks like it's set up fair enough. Tolerated the rain, but I did that one first, and then I did this over here. Yeah. That's alright. Not too bad on the bottom. In the middle. What I've done here, I can feel it's loose. Wet. And what I've done here, you can see it's just about to the second brick. So with all this brick, I basically, as I went along, I'd build up a little bit, a couple levels of brick, and then I'd lay down brick inside, and then fill with cement. You know, I'd cement those bricks in there, and then, you know, more and more and more. So basically, this is solid. This is a solid core in here. I mean, it's got bricks, but I poured cement in. Whenever I finished, I'd use the rest of the cement to fill that up, and do like that. So, oh, my legs. And then I also noticed on some of these, like this level right here, the bricks kind of curve down. And part of that is because that's the way the bricks are. That's the way they were made. But I wanted to, I'd have to come out here, make sure that it was actually, level. But looks like it held up. Rain didn't do too much. Rain didn't do too much damage. So that's a good thing. I guess maybe it was, like I say, it was about 2 hours before the rain took hold, so it survived. My biggest fear was just I was walking out here and it was just all falling apart. But it survived, thank you, Jesus. But you're looking at that. That's about this. It's not quite halfway on one pole, and that took, till about 1 o'clock from 7. That was technically a full day's work almost. But yeah, because I'm not going to do more on that. But I did tear it down. Not that whole way, but I did tear down and rebuild, and I had to do a lot of kind of figuring out which way I wanted to build that and all that. But now that I know the pattern and know how to do it, I'll be more efficient. And I figure if tomorrow is a sunny day, or a non-rainy day, I should be able to finish the rest of that one and go all the way to the top. But that small section there, just less than half, I used all that cement. Used all the sand and cement. That was 12 buckets. So that was 3 per load. So I mixed 4 batches of cement for that. That means I'm gonna have to probably make 6 batches tomorrow if the weather's good. 6 batches to finish that, and that's 6 plus the other 4. That's 10. So another 10 batches for the one on the other side. Dang it, I hate cement. When I first started my projects here, I thought it was fun making cement. I don't think that anymore. But yeah, and if you it probably looks kind of nice just like that, because and I wanted it to look nice while I was working on it, mostly because it'll be a few days after it's all done and everything before I decide what the facade is going to be in terms of tile or otherwise rock or whatever. Oh man, water got into my buckets, man, where my bag of cement is. You know what that means? It means my bottom of the cement bag is gonna be hard because it's gonna get wet. But no, I'm not gonna do anything with it right now. I just figured that's gonna be, that'll be part of the part of my losses. So that's a half a bag, pretty much a half a bag that I used for, yeah, I did, right, for 4 loads, and 1 bag is 8 buckets of cement. So if I'm gonna need 10 loads per side, and I'm gonna need 6 for tomorrow, that's gonna be 2.5 bags for 1 pole, and then that'll be 1.5 bags for the rest of this pole. Remember, I'm thinking all this out while I do my videos, right? I don't know why it helps me do that, but so that means 2.5, 1.5, 3, 4. I need 4 more bags of cement. These are 50 kilo bags, by the way. 50 kilo bags, 4 more bags. 1 bag is 115 baht. Mosquito. 115 baht. So that's 460 baht. Well, actually, I bought that one, so 570 baht in cement. I think I'm gonna order the sand. I have to. I can't go get, you know, what would that be? That'd be 4 more trips of 12 buckets. It'd be 48 more buckets of sand. No, I'm gonna order the sand guy to come and drop sand here, and that'll be I don't know what's that. I forget. 250 baht a cube, maybe 2 cubes, maybe 500 baht for that. So what did I say? 470 or 570. 570 plus another 5 for the sand. That's 1,070. The bricks I bought at the time. I think I bought 500 of those. And they were only half a baht, so maybe it was 250 baht for those bricks. So, and I have some left, but even the ones that I have left, which are those right there, even the ones I have left, that's obviously not enough. That's not even enough for that one side. So I'll probably have to go buy another 500 bricks, or 250, 250, 470. I don't know. Hopefully the pillars for the gate, the nice sides, will come in. Oh man, my feet are all orange. Will come in. You know, under 2,000 or 2,000 baht. So about 2,000 baht to build those 2 things. That's before I tile or rock it, and before I put the electrical and stuff on it. Oh. Can't be bringing that orange mud in the house, man. You know, of course, like I said, when I first think of doing something, you think, hell, man, I already got a bunch of bricks. I'll buy me a bag of cement. I'll throw that all together. It won't cost me nothing. Next thing you know, you're 2, 3, 4, 5,000 baht into the deal. Same with that Sala. I'm already into that thing for probably, well, over 10,000 baht. You know, which again, I by design, I'd like to do it, you know, less than $1,000 US to build the whole thing. It'd be pretty nice. I mean, right now I just need to buy the steel, and you know, the steel, that's what's expensive, but not as expensive as teak beams. So, you know, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, probably 25 pieces of lightweight steel, and they're each 270. Are they 270 each? So that's 2,700 baht and 2,745. Yeah, that's about 5,000 baht worth of steel probably. So then you got 10, 15 more, probably closer to 20,000 baht maybe when I'm finished. So yeah, camera was hot. Yeah, man. So anyway, I'm looking over here because there's a big old nest up in the tree, right? Big old bird's nest, but it's like for the finch. It's like a finch community nest or something, man. There's like 20 finch that live in there, I think. But one of them big old blackbirds was just screaming a minute ago, and one of the big old blackbirds was on top of that thing, and he looked like he was trying to tear it apart or otherwise beat up all them little birds, man. And then some other blackbirds came and were like dive bombing him, like, get away from our friends or whatever. And you know, boom, 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 and just screamed out, whatever. And then he finally left. I went out there, picked up a bunch of rocks, and I threw it into the lower part, like not at the nest, but into the lower part of the branches, so the branches will go like this and spook him or whatever. But anyway, he took off. I was like, dang, man, what are you doing? Trying to kill them little birds? But yeah, nature, man. All right, well, that's it on my phase 1, day 2 of my gate. And what else? That's about it. Wet. All right, man. Well, thanks for watching. Keep watching. I'll get back at you. I'm gonna go fishing.